We've been wanting to honor Eric for a long time. I mean, he's very deserving of this award. And every year, I bring it up to him. Eric, we need to honor you. And he'd say, oh, no, maybe not this year. I really think that if we honor somebody else, it could be better, bring in the dollars, you know. He's just honestly putting the organization first before he puts himself. And that's just totally reflects why he's so deserving. He was actually on the board when I was hired. And Young Audiences was in a kind of different position than it is now. It was a struggling organization. Like the staff was buying its own paper towels and toilet paper, and it was really a question of whether or not Young Audiences was gonna be around. I asked for the last 3 years of audited statements prior to my interview. So Eric sent them to me, and he basically said, Stacy, we can turn this organization around. I really believe in this organization, and Eric is one of the reasons that I really felt comfortable moving to Baltimore.
I met Eric over 20 years ago. The person who recruited me to serve on the board of Young Audiences asked me whether I knew this accountant who also worked with artists. What I like about Eric is that, of course, there are many accountants that like the arts, that like music, and Eric certainly does. Eric takes it another step further because he enjoys working with artists and also with arts organizations. He really has an empathy for the artists and what they're trying to do and what they're trying to create with their art, and he's very helpful to them.
I don't know of anyone else who is so passionate, and honestly, when you first meet Eric, you think of him as part of Young Audiences versus the CPA.
After Eric came on board, he started to look at multiple ways that we could be partnering with schools. And in his 22 years of service, we've gone from roughly 1,000 programs that Young Audiences was providing to over 5,000 different experiences that we provided last year. And that really is due to Eric's leadership.
At a certain point, from what I understand, Eric and Stacy had a conversation about needing an education director. And boy, was that a big change. Then it was very organized, and we were getting trained, and suddenly I knew what a curriculum was. It feels like that was a critical point for the time in Young Audiences when things really turned around, and I really took notice of the organization, and I became like, wow, I really want to be a part of this. And I felt like also Young Audiences cared about me.
Eric is the reason why I don't think that boards should have term limits. It's rare to find a board member who sticks with an organization for 22 years. His longevity is really due to his commitment to the mission. I mean, it is undying. It is relentless.
I have 3 sisters. I do not have a brother. If I had a brother, I would hope I would have a brother like Eric Pripstein, because I respect him. He knows things I don't know. He loves music, and that would be a must. He loves children, and he believes that the arts should be a part of their educational experience, and that would be a must.
If I were to describe Eric in 3 words, I would say authentic, generous, and arts advocate.
Passionate, giving, and sincere.
Smart, passionate, and relentless.
Generous, leader, and my friend.
Eric, this is your night, and I love you, brother, and congratulations. It's very, very well deserved.